Previously, on Keeping Up with the Kenya Kwanza government.
That if you don't listen to the voters, then 2027, you might listen to the returning officer.
If Kenyan youths are slowly falling under President William Ruto's sweet political charm, then this might just be the season it is happening. And if there is a time when it seems the president is clawing back his lost glory among the young generation, it is now, with Ruto stepping hard on the accelerator to turn yesterday's critics into today's choir.
On the digital front, our digital superhighway agenda has reshaped Kenya's economy, placing technology, innovation, and youth at its core.
Only days after splashing over 500 million Kenyan shillings on a youth empowerment spectacle at State House, the president resurfaced in Kakamega County during the International Youth Day celebrations in Kenya. At this time, he wasn't facing heckles or hostility. Instead, he was flanked by Sports Cabinet Secretary C.S. Salim Mvurya and a line-up of leaders engaging a crowd that once saw him as an enemy of their struggle.
And with the agitations that we've had with regards to the youth are agitated with matters leadership. And leadership is also an issue that regards to human resource. How are we going to ensure that the human resource are, for instance, the police and maybe some of the leaders that we have are engaging with the people, the common mwananchi, in a diplomatic way from a militant way?
I agree with you that there needs to be responsibilities, obligations for citizens, for the public, and for everybody.
For the first time in a month, the conversation between Ruto and the youths was framed not in suspicion, but in possibilities.
Is that leaders must match what they say with what they do. And that is exactly what I want us to do.
From the same lips that once labeled young protesters criminals, digital wankers, and enemies of progress, came talks of youths as the true gold, oil, and diamond of Kenya's future.
The single most decisive force that will shape Kenya's destiny is not oil, is not gold, or any other natural resource. It is the young people. For generations, young people have been referred to the leaders of tomorrow. But our youth are the builders of today, the architects of the future, and the driving engine powering Kenya's rise to greatness. I have seen it in many places. I have seen it with the Harambee Stars.
It was a pivot so sharp that political watchers couldn't help but ask how the man who unleashed the police on young demonstrators just months ago was now showering them with praises. And more importantly, money.
We are financing air tickets, visas, and settlement costs for Kenyan youth taking up jobs abroad. In this pilot phase, Kenya shillings 200 million has been already provided.
And Ruto didn't stop at words. In Kakamega, he unveiled plans for a youth entrepreneurship investment bank to be launched before the end of the current financial year, capitalized at $75 million, approximately 9.7 billion Kenyan shillings. Now, the bank promises financing, credit guarantees, and capacity building support for youth-founded and youth-led enterprises.
Here, the Youth Enterprise Fund has provided mobility-ready support, including pre-departure training, certification assistance, and financial literacy to prepare our young people for international employment and successful reintegration. Today, I will be presenting checks worth 163 million to support a further 816 young people who have successfully secured jobs through the labor mobility program so that they can prepare themselves to travel and work abroad.
But why now? You see, this sudden warmth isn't hard to decode. Kenya's 18 to 35-year-old makes up roughly 36% of the population, about 20 million citizens. In politics, that's not a demographic, that's an election. Since the eruption of youth-led protests earlier this year, Ruto's popularity among this bloc has plummeted. Rising joblessness, corruption, scandals, and the government's hardline response to dissent have given the opposition an open lane with some estimates putting nearly 60% of youth support behind anti-Ruto's forces. And the problem for the president is that these same young people have been unafraid to show their displeasure, booing and chasing away government officials at events, heckling speeches and flooding social media with criticism, and winning them back has not been an easy walk in the park.
Na sisi wote tuungane, na kila mzazi ongea na mtoto wako. Ama namna gani? Hawa vijana ni vijana wetu, they are our young people, they are our children, ni bidii yetu na ni lazima sisi kama wazazi tuchukue jukumu letu tuhakikisha kwamba hawa watoto tunawapatia mentorship, tunawasomesha na tunawapangia ajira, Kenya iweze kusonga mbele.
Faced with this political reality, Ruto's new strategy has been subtle but targeted, dangling tangible rewards in front of the very crowd that once heckled him. The State House Youth meeting pulled in over 10,000 young Kenyans, each living with at least 4,000 Kenyan shillings in their account. Now many walked out with the business tools, motorbikes, egg vending machines, carpet cleaners and other livelihood equipment, proudly showcased online by beneficiaries.
Na nema support my youth. Mana preso Karen Nyamu, big up yourself manze. Umefanya kitu moja heshima na ya maana sana. Tumeshukuru. Kwanza pande yangu mimi nimeshukuru sana. Chris, mnaambia tamu ni ngapi? Tamu ni ngapi? Tamu ni
Add to that his recent show of financial muscle in sports, especially with the Harambee Stars. President Ruto has repeatedly handed out fat cash rewards for wins and draws, transforming his image from a president who doesn't keep promises to one who delivers, at least when the cameras are rolling.
Hiyo ni semis. Tuwe quarters. Tukipita semi, mimi na upgrade ile affordable house kutoka 2 bedroom inaenda 3 bedroom. Ama namna hiyo.
For his allies, this is strategic statesmanship.
Ngapi?
Leo tarehe
8 mwezi wa
8.
Bas 8.
Yeah.
Niulize mambo ya mwezi wa 8, tarehe 8 tutakuwa hapa kama William Ruto ni rais. Ndio, kwa sababu ya kazi anafanya.
Yeah.
Wananchi wanaona kazi anafanya. William Ruto has turned the whole country into a construction site.
For his critics, it is a calculated vote buying exercise in slow motion, running all the way to 2027.
It is very true that if you don't listen to the voters, then 2027 you might listen to the returning officer. I'm saying this boldly as a believer of kumi bila break. So situharibie appetite. Make sure you do what the voters want so that we'll celebrate you in 2027.
While the president is busy winning the youths back, the only unanswered question is, are you ready to accept him? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's meet next time. Bye-bye.